Welcome all. This is our lecture 10 with the topic UN specialized agencies. In this lecture, we will learn and study about the specialized agencies of UN. These all will work as a separate organization associated with the UN or the part of the UN, etc. In the previous lecture, we have discussed about UN, what are the organs, what are the roles of UN. In this lecture, we will learn about some parts of it. Before moving ahead, I want to clear that there are two type of agencies in UN. That is, first one is called UN funds and programs. By the funds, UN generate funds for the needed countries from different countries by contributions, by taking funds from others or receiving any grants from other countries and make some arrangements for the needed countries. This is the programs, and the agencies will take care of their particular topic in the world. So let's start. United Nations is unofficially called as UN family, and there are many members in the UN family, funds, special agencies, membership leaders, budgets, etc. The programs and funds are financed through voluntary rather than accessed contributions. All the funds and programs are voluntarily. It means anyone in the world, that could be a person, that could be a member state, who can voluntarily provide the funds to the UN for the development of a particular nation or a nation that have scarcity of any resources. Anyone can also donate some resource, as like in any country there is a crisis of food, then and the other country have a excess food, then it can donate food for that particular country through the UN, and UN will manage all the things for them. The specialized agencies are independent international organizations funded by both voluntarily and excess contributions. It means it accepts the fund by voluntarily as programs and funds, or there is a fixed charge from the every country will have to it have to contribute for these specialized agencies. As I want to take an example of WHO, there is a World Health Organizations and take care the health issues all over the world. Then there is a fixed minimum charges that is taken from every country, every member country of the UN, and this fund has to be paid every year. Okay, or if any person or any member state can want to donate any fund, then voluntarily it can be. So first of all, we will learn and we'll discuss about funds and programs. What are the funds and programs? This will take the funds or generate funds in terms of donation, receiving donation from others. The first one is UNDP, that is United Nations Development Program. This is responsible for the development. If there is any country where is any floods, earthquakes, etc., any condition, for that we have to manage things. The particular country cannot, then UN will help them. UNEP is called United Nations Environmental Program. The fund is taken for the environment. The environment for the climate change, as we all know, at present there is situation of climate change, and the environment and all the countries are very very well understand about these issues of environment and want to secure that the environment of particular, then UNEP provide funds and manage other things, any knowledge, spread the knowledge about environment in the world. The next one is UNFPA, United Nations Population Fund. This is also a fund and program of the UN. Next one is UN Habitat, United Nations Human Settlements Programs. This is also like if there is any crisis of any situation of flood, earthquakes, and any other unwanted situations in any country, then the UN will help that particular country for settlement humans. The next one is WFP, the World Food Programs. The World Food Programs aims to eradicate hunger and malnutrition in any countries. As we know, there are many countries which there is a problem of hunger and malnutrition. Then UN will provide the fund to them. All of us have listened about one program, that is UNICEF. All of us know about it. This is founded in 1946. At the time of its establishment, the name of this was United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund. But as of now, its name is United Nations Children's Fund. And all the funds are donated by the member countries or any person that will spend for the development of children's, in terms of children's education, in terms of children health, or many more issues related to the children's. The main purpose to establish this in 1946 to provide healthcare, food, and security to the children's that are affected in Second World War. And in 1953, the UNICEF became a permanent program under the United Nations. Now, we will discuss about United Nations specialized agencies. These are the specialized agencies. There are many specialized agencies. We will discuss maximum of them. The first one is FAO, and this is called the Food and Agriculture Organization, and it leads international efforts to fight hunger or the development of the agriculture or crops, to develop new crops, etc. Provide the technical knowledge, provide the equipments to the farmers, and provide a forum to negotiating agreements between developing and developed countries. The next one is ICAO. It means the International Civil Aviation Organization. Develops standards for global air transport. As we all know, the aeroplane or the transport between two countries can be through the other country also, and the aeroplane will use the any other countries airspace. So for the smooth functioning of these air traffics, there is a agency that is called ICAO. The next one is IFAD, the International Fund for Agricultural Development. This is the agency to work with agriculture, and created in 1977, has focused exclusively on rural poverty reduction, working with poor rural populations in developing countries to eliminate poverty, hunger, and malnutrition, and for their agricultural development work. The next one is ILO. It is called the International Labour Organization, and it promotes international labor rights by formulating international standards. As we all know, there are mainly 8 hours of working. There should be a fair condition to work, and there are some health insurance, etc. These are all spread in the world by ILO. The next one is IMF. We are all know about it. The International Monetary Fund. It will provide the funds to the other nations and take the funds from the developed countries in terms of, and also IMF provide the funds in terms of loans. Next, the number six is IMO. The International Maritime Organization has created a comprehensive shipping regulatory framework addressing safety and environmental concerns, legal matters, technical corporations, security, and efficiency. That is called in the maritime world, in the sea. The next one is ITU. The International Telecommunication Union is the United Nations Specialized Agency for Information and Communication Technologies. This is responsible to communicate all over the world, wherever they live and whatever their means. This is responsible for when a member from one country will communicate to the other country, then it will it has some rules. And this one is UNESCO. We have also listened about it. UNESCO, the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, focuses on everything from teachers training for helping improving education worldwide to protecting important historical and cultural sites around the world. As the UNESCO added 28 new world heritage sites this year. As we all know that our country's Taj Mahal and many sites are come under the UNESCO notified. These are the sites where from the all over the world travelers travel to them, see them. And the number 9 is UNIDO, United Nations International Development Organization, is the specialized agency of the United Nations that promotes industrial development for poverty reduction, inclusive globalization, and environmental sustainability. And number 10 is UNWTO, United Nations World Tourism Organization, is the United Nations agency responsible for the promotion of responsible, sustainable, and universally accessible tourism and promote the tourism activities all over the world. The next one is UPU, the Universal Postal Union, is the primary forum for cooperation between postal sector players. It plays as like you will send your articles from one country to another country, and the one from the other country to the next country, articles, any shopping. These are regulated by the UPU. The next one is WHO. We have discussed about WHO many. It is the special agencies and is directing and coordinating authorities on international health within the United Nations system. The objective of WHO is the attainment by the peoples of the highest possible level of health in terms of mental health, physical health, and the complete health of the human being. The next one is WIPO. It's called the World Intellectual Property Organization. We will learn it in the unit 3rd also. And It have 23 international treaties. We will discuss it in the upcoming videos. WIPO. The next one is WMO, the World Meteorological Organization, facilitates the free international exchange of meteorological data and information, and the furtherness of its use in aviation, shipping, security, agriculture, and in other things. The next one is World Bank, as WTO, as the World Bank. As we are surrounding about many banks, there are many banks in our country. I like it's called the World Bank. It's the bank of all over the world. The World Bank works over the 100 countries. The World Bank focus on poverty reduction and improvement of living standards worldwide by providing low interest loans, interest free credits, and grants to the developing countries for education, health, infrastructure, communication, etc. And the last, I want to say that there are some agencies on which you have to focus: UNICEF, UNESCO, WHO, World Bank, WIPO. This is the World WIPO, WIPO, and IMF. So this is all done in this lecture. Prepare your good quality notes.